the ad was stupid, okay? It's not because it pissed Trump off, which it obviously did. It's stupid because there's literally no demographic of these moderate Republicans anymore. There's no such thing as a Reagan Republican or a so-called centrist Reagan Democrat or whatever. They're all dead, okay? They're either all dead or they've decided to go with the flow and have become these, MAGA Republicans. So the ad in and of itself was never really going to change any of these minds, and it was always going to fall on deaf ears at best. But it didn't just fall on deaf ears at best, right? We're now into like the sort of worst case scenario, which is that Trump has now decided to scapegoat these ads as a reason for why he's now calling off all, trade talks with our country, even though, of course, the ad was not taken out by the federal government. It was done so by the government of Ontario. And by the way, it cost taxpayers in Ontario $75 million. So for $75 million, we bought an ad while slick looking, okay, that didn't change any minds except for Trump's, which is now, changing it for the negative. And I'm not really sure what the goal of this was going to be. Like, did Premier Ford think this was going to all of a sudden awaken all of these like Reagan Republicans that are, ostensibly still for free trade and not all in on the MAGA cultishness? Like, I don't know. Reagan is too old for me. So you have to go from everybody that's going to be middle-aged and younger, right? For this ad, the Gen Z and millennials do outpace boomers in terms of voters, not just here in Canada, but in the States as well. So right off the bat, it's a shrinking demographic, and then you just think of what the Republican Party has become over these last few years. Let's say starting with Trump, 1.0 and now in Trump 2.0. And I would say that they're all successfully either muted, silent, or just not around anymore because they've passed on. And that's a reality we're all going to have to grapple with. And you saw the Democrats, right? They tried this strategy on the last presidential campaign where they're trying to, trying to appeal to this moderate Republican by bringing out Liz Cheney every chance they got, and it didn't get them anywhere because they're all dead. These people do not exist, and the faster we realize that these people no longer exist, and we have to play in reality, which is we are dealing with MAGA Republicans that don't necessarily have a coherent ideology when it comes to general trade policy or tariffs. Then that's where we're going to start to at least make a little bit of headway because now we're no longer shooting for some sort of, aspirational median Republican voter, but we're dealing with the average regular Republican voter.